Mr. Ruark, I don't know if you've had contact with Mr. Young, but there is an offer in the file for plea to impaired and the other charge would be dismissed. Have you discussed that with your client?
I have, Your Honor. If I could discuss it for a couple more minutes with him, I'll see if he's willing to take that plea
Okay, with your client?
with my client. Yeah.
Okay, yep, go ahead.
Thanks, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Natman. How are you?
I'm well. How are you, Judge?
Pretty good. People versus Tony Clark. I know that Miss Manarino is standing in for Mr. Young. Miss Manarino, have you had any conversations with Mr. Natman?
No, Your Honor. Could you put me and Mr. Natman into a breakout room?
Absolutely,
It'll be a quick conversation.
no problem. Mr. Ruark, are you ready?
We're ready, Your Honor.
Your Honor, you were gonna put me in a breakout room with Angela. I'm not sure why, but
No, not you. No, I put Mr.
I got
Natman
it.
there.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nope, nope, you're good. Mr. Ruark, did you have a chance on Anthony Schaefer? Did you have a chance to talk to your client?
We've talked at length about it, Your Honor. He'd like to take advantage of the very generous plea offered by Mr. Young.
Do you understand, Mr. Schaefer, by pleading guilty to the added count of impaired, that you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice or rights form? That you're gonna
Yes, Your
plead
Honor.
guilty to this added count?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is it true that on or about February the 7th of last year, you were in Sumter Township and you had consumed alcohol before getting behind the wheel of the vehicle that you were in?
Yes, Your Honor.
As a result of your consumption of alcohol, your ability to drive was impaired?
Yes, Your Honor.
You took a breathalyzer and blew above the legal limit?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand this plea?
Yes,
And is it voluntary?
yes.
Anybody promise you or threaten you to get you to plead guilty in this matter?
And Your Honor.
I'll accept your plea. I have a cell phone number for you of 734-716-2297. Is that correct?
Correct.
And an email of schaefer627@gmail.com.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Probation will be in contact. Mr. Ruark, I don't have an appearance on the file, so let me add you. Mr. Ruark, can I have your P number?
46483.
Perfect, so that we notify you, okay? We are all set then, and you'll, probation will be in touch. When you get the paperwork, you've gotta, fill it out and send it back right away, okay, Mr. Schaefer? Perfect.
He heard it.
Okay, perfect. All right, thank you very much. Have a
Sure,
great day. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Thank you.
Miss
Thank you.
Manarino, Mr. Natman on People versus Tony Clark.
Good morning, Your Honor. Angela Manarino on behalf of Sumter Township.
And good morning, Your Honor. John Natman, P 428983 on behalf of Tony Clark. She is here in the conference room at my office with me. For purposes of this hearing, we would consent to the Zoom meeting as opposed to being in the courthouse in person, although it's always a pleasure to be with you, and it is regrettable we can't be.
All right, Mr. Natman, what are we doing with this case?
We have reached an agreement, Your Honor. My client will be pleading no contest to the offense. Conditions to that plea, there will be no fines imposed. There will be limited cost. No reporting probation. The plea to be taken under 771.1 for a period of 3 months. And for a basis of the plea, I imagine we can use the lopsided police report as a basis.
I'll adopt the police report for purposes of the plea. The cost is $200. That's about as minimum as it gets, Mr. Natman. Ms. Clark, you understand that by pleading no contest, that you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice or rights form, and you're not contesting this charge?
Yes.
I'll adopt the police report for purposes of the plea. I'm not gonna read it into the record. I'll defer it for 3 months under 771, assess the $200 in costs. Can you pay that within 30 days?
Yes, ma'am.
And then you do not have to come back. I'll pull your record in 3 months, or Mr. Natman can reach out and we'll pull it, and you don't have to reappear. I'll dismiss it at that time, okay?
Thank you very much.
Do you have any other questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, you can pay it either live, you can come to the court and pay it in person, you can pay it online or mail it in, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Thank you,
all
Your
right,
Honor.
are we all set then? Anything else for the record?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
No, Your
Okay,
Honor.
perfect. All right, have a great day. Thanks.
You
Thanks,
too.
Judge. I'll see you at noon for those other trials.